It's my plan to get Savain to talk in real time with the student so that we can hear his particular patter. It really is delightful to hear. For example, we all have our demons and angels inside us. I'm just here to help you listen to your angels. He'll say things like, nice to see you again, Juan Diego. You look ready to move ahead today. Or, I like the way you take notes, Julia. Very nice handwriting. He uses a fairly loud voice so that other students in the area get to hear what's being complimented. Hey, I want some attention too. Maybe I should start using a notebook. I mean, that's what's going on inside the student's head, I'm assuming. Patrick, let's see your study sheets. Nice job! You have really turned around. You're getting with the program, right? So maybe he's looking over at someone's shoulder. There's a small little video going on inside the apex. Francois will say, hey, I just saw a YouTube video that shows a much better view of whales. Here's the link to that video. And then, you write down what the search terms are. Or maybe you'll just call the kids over to another computer and you go ahead and you look at the YouTube video. Thank you for bringing in your own pencil, John. I see that you're ready to work today. Just the smallest little compliments can build the culture in the classroom. And so as much as there's this technology that's there that's giving students the opportunity, this sort of soft skill that the teacher brings in is just as important. And in our training, I think it was overlooked. And certainly in my training, I benefited from being in the same room with Savain, so I could pick up some of these tips. And that's why I'm making this audio CD, so that other teachers can benefit from being around this guy Savain. He might say to, good morning, Taquitris. It's so lovely to see your smile today. And of course, she's walked in with a frown. So, that's Savain. He is a lot of fun to be working around. And I found that there was an element of fake it until you make it. If a teacher does not believe in the APEX procedure, that teacher can still get good results if you follow the procedures that Savain uses. I was a skeptic at first about this whole computer-assisted instruction, because how can a computer teach what I'm supposed to be teaching? Besides, I've been at this a lot longer than some, silicon-based intelligence. But when I actually started adapting my soft skills to match what Savain did and engage students, many of the students often responded to the computer better. And I became a believer in APEX by adopting a positive attitude. I basically faked it until I made it. I became a cheerleader by adopting the one-liners that Savain uses. I have my own style and he has his style, but we certainly learn from each other. We both believe that APEX is just part of the solution to give students a flexible way of getting their high school diploma. Students also need projects and discussion time. And so we want to read to you from Abe Fischler's website, The Student is the Class. This is Fischler writing. I believe that we in education must make the investment to bring change to our clients, to each student, and what investment is needed. There are 3 modes of instruction: self-paced or computer-assisted instruction, the project or problem solving, and number 3, discussions. Self-paced or computer-assisted instruction requires that each student have access to a computer and a modem and access to the curriculum on a server 24/7. Projects and problems should be relevant to the students so that they can relate to the given subject area. For math and English, we should implement CAI in the first grade and continue thereafter. The reason English and math are chosen is that these are the 2 cultural imperative languages. If you know these 2 languages and are motivated as a self-learner, you can teach yourself almost anything you want to learn. And one of the goals of education is to create self-learners. For all other subjects, the teacher can pose a project or a problem that is relevant to the student. Once the problem is defined, the class can be broken down into groups of 4 or 5 students in order to research the solution to the problem. If it's complex, each of the groups can study an aspect of the problem. With these subjects, the student uses the computer as a research tool after having learned to read. The students are taught to use search engines such as Google or Yahoo, as well as the intranet made available by teachers gathering information that's relevant for the students. The students working in a group learn cooperation, shared responsibility, and communication, both face-to-face as well as email. Having produced a written solution to the problem using the computer, such as PowerPoint as a tool, they can then present to the class for discussion. They can also use email or a written report to other students as well as the teacher. Arbitrary learning within fixed time periods would be eliminated, so there wouldn't be a first, second, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Instead, students would be grouped chronologically with materials appropriate to their learning level. So if you're in the first level of English, high school English, you could be in the 11th grade or the 9th grade by age, but you'd be working in that particular area. And then there would be project problems and discussion modes for all the other subjects. The projects given to the students match the level of their English and math competencies and are related to the students and their interests in their lives. For example, in 3rd grade, how would you study the amount of water that a plant needs to grow? I would utilize the students' math knowledge, which was learned through the computer, for science learning. Likewise, rather than studying history through memorization and chronology, it can be studied through problems based on the immediate environment for younger children and more abstract concepts in later grades. So that segment is from thestudentIstheclass.com. And we recommend this site, and we hope that you'll send us your recommendations and suggestions for improving this set of interventions and strategies. The quote from thestudentIstheclass.com is from Abe Fischler's work.